So our friend here is very clumsy, but he's also made of money. So he's about to have a very bad day. First, he's gonna start by falling down some stairs. And hey, confetti everywhere. So every time he hits some stairs, we get a little bit of money. And a little more, we can add another staircase in. So he goes tumbling down and we earn only a few coins at a time. So he's gonna be falling down a lot. There's money to be made. And when there's enough money, we get new things like these spikes here that we can just put right in the staircase on this landing here. So if he hits that, then there's even more money being made. But things also get way more expensive the more we purchase them. And we can also see where he lands more often than not, so we know where to put the more exciting things, such as more spikes. I think he can start by hitting spikes right away. There we go, even more money. But the spikes got stupid expensive quickly. But all that means is that's our cue to move on to the next things, this buzzsaw here. That can go right at the bottom of the steps. And he, destroys his kneecaps on it. Oh, that is brutal. But look at how much money flies out of there. You hate to see it, but you also love to see it. Oh, that's brutal. And hey, we have fans already. But before that, let's get another buzzsaw right next to it. Maybe we can make sort of a conveyor belt of buzzsaws before we actually get conveyor belts. Maybe actually like a little stop of the buzzsaws, so he just spends more time on them. Oh yeah, that's how you get the money. Wow, I like you, but I do not envy you right now. We need to get him moving further on the tracks, so we can actually afford the conveyor belt right now. I was gonna put down the fan, but hey, conveyors. So he should be able to go right on the top. Yes, and he made it. Woo, and that really gives him speed. So if we put a fan right there, then he, whoa, really flings. So we got stairs with spikes, buzzsaws, grindy. Oh no, he's stuck! Oh, that was painful to watch in the best kind of way because, wow, the money. We already have 250 again. Oh, I just had a really bad idea. If we can find where he flings to, oh no, he's stuck! He's all the way stuck! Wow, the money that comes out of there. Oh, that's a very good spot for those buzzsaws. I didn't realize that. But what I was going to say is once he gets to the fan, we can see where he mostly ends up, and then put a conveyor belt going the other way. So he flies up here again, and yes, he made it. To go right down there. But what does this thing do? Oh, it's a spinning bat thing. Can he just get bonked on the way up there? Well, okay, so the fan is really inconsistent on where it sends him. Ooh, but there he got hit by the bats. And right back to the buzzsaws, and hit by the bats again. So that could be a fun little pain loop. I want to sell this though, because we're not really using it. Ooh, a bomb. Don't mind if I do. So maybe he'll launch higher than the bats and then he can get, whoa, never mind. I just want to see what the bomb does. If it launches him, then we can use this instead of the fan. And whoa, money burst everywhere, but the bomb doesn't come back. So that's a little disappointing. What's also disappointing is this fan. I don't like it, getting rid of it. So we can put in another conveyor belt. And oh no, he's stuck there too. That's such a money fountain. That's amazing. But we're not beating our high score either, so that might mean it's time to change some things up. But we are getting so much money. We can almost get the hammer. And you know what, maybe if we put conveyor belts on top of each other like this, then it'll make a sort of rail gun out of them. And whoa, that kind of worked. And then we put bats right next to it just to bonk him on his way out. But he's also falling through the buzzsaw sometimes, so let's just shift these a little bit. We don't really want him getting stuck there anymore. Oh, there it is. Yes, the conveyor belts are working. At least yeah, they're both working. Good. So he gets flung over with the bats, and we have over 1,000 monies already. I am perfectly sane, I swear. But, ooh, a hammer that spins and bonks. Wow. Or does it? Oh, it just constantly spins. So what if it whacked him on the way out of the conveyors? Oh, we could just have it bonk the conveyor, because it stops. I like that idea. So it's just a matter of timing him to get hit by the hammer. Oh yes, there it is, beautiful. It's hammer time. We're just making a production belt of pain here, but it makes me money, so that's okay, right? And so much money too. But the stuff that's coming up is super expensive. There's a helicopter, there's a mulcher right there, or whatever that is. Oh dear, I almost feel bad for him. But let's get these bats in place so they're actually being used. So he's going, he's being grinded, and bat time. Oh, and launching back a little bit. Yes, more money. Even just following him looks so scary because you just see the hammer coming up and you know it's coming. But he sometimes escapes the hammer's bonking, but sometimes he also doesn't. Okay, but now we have a spring pad here. I think this is gonna be better than the fan. So we can put that right at the end of the conveyor and whoop, he kind of missed. Oh, whoa. Thankfully it reloads, but we should put it a little lower so we can actually get launched by it, and he missed entirely. Of course he did. Why would he make this easy for me? And whoa, there's a launch. That looks a lot more reliable than the fan too. So we could put a bomb up there, but the bombs also don't come back. So I'm not a fan of that. Oh, but launching him right into the bats is looking nice. And whoa, he just got hit by the back of the hammer there. Unexpected, but appreciated. And oh, it might happen again. And oh, yep, there it is. Right back to the springboard, whee! But we're definitely not making nearly as much money as we did before because he's not getting stuck on the buzzsaws as much. And the hammer might also need to be in a different spot. What if we just pound him into the buzzsaws? Because he spends a lot of time there. Oh my gosh! Do you see that? He went spaghetti mode. But that is working a lot better. That's a much better place for the hammer. We can actually afford a second one. So let's get that right behind the first one. So yes, he's hitting that. Just crushed his hand. I almost felt that one. So let's see, is there anything else I want to add down here? We could probably start to afford putting spikes on every step of the staircase. Or maybe just right at the bottom as well. Right there looks like a good spot. But whoa, okay, there's the back of the hammer hit again. Oh no, he's going back to the conveyor. Oh, whoa, whoa. How is the hammer giving him so much height? I don't know, but I love it. Until he falls down to the oblivion again. So we just have to enjoy the carnage for a little bit so we can get even more money. Because all that we have right now is nice, but I'm ready for more things. And it would be nice to extend the time that he's on this conveyor belt of death. So we could afford the normal ones right now. But I do like the looks of these curved ones too. Whoa, okay, more spaghetti mode. Thank you, Ragdoll Physics, I love you. But they also get stupid expensive past this too. Going from 2,000 to 12,000. So we're probably gonna set up a lot more of these things. And that hammer right by the buzzsaws is such a bully. Just bonging him over and over again, but it's making me so much money and crushing the high score right now. Look at that. Oh gosh, he's still become such a money fountain in the buzzsaws. Okay, yes, now we can afford this curved thing. So what I want to do is set up a sort of turning point up here so he's guaranteed to go up here once he actually flings up here. The thing is, he needs to be consistent about that. Instead, he's flinging directly into where the bat is. So maybe we could use the bats as a sort of assistance. Provided he doesn't get caught on the buzzsaws first. Oh, okay, there he goes. Under the thing and then whoop, that didn't work. So first challenge is getting across that hammer, which doesn't always work. But when it does, he resumes and then launches and then probably gets launched again, back into the hammer and through the thing. We definitely need a sort of stopper there. Maybe a line of buzzsaws would be a good stopper. So he hits that buzzsaw and then goes through, so we'll need another one under that. A lot of improvising happening here. Just need him to cooperate a little better. Like, all the money is nice, but I'm trying to set up a Rube Goldberg crazy machine here. All right, oh, okay, the buzzsaw sort of worked there. Oh, yes, there he made it. And he actually clung to it. I was worried I would need a second one there, but that worked. So we can continue the conveyor belt up here, sort of. As long as he can reliably get up there, which might mean more buzzsaws and less spinning bats. Oh, but there, yes, that worked. And he still makes it to that conveyor, so that's a good sign. But we're buying so many of these forward ones that we need 1,200 just to keep this going. So maybe we start sending him back the other way. So after a few more cycles through this crazy contraption here, we can afford the reverse elevating conveyor belt things, whatever these are called. So if we put this at the end here, then oh, that actually creates a really nasty loop. If he can make it, and he can make it. So, oh no, there's a loop. It almost like sucks him to it. And then he's stuck there. Oh, that was gruesome. Although, if we position that sort of here, then we can replace this conveyor in the middle, replace it with a fan. so he can hopefully scoot right past all these and go even higher. First challenge is going through the hammers, which is way too good at its job. At least we get a lot of money, but come on, make it through. I put a whole factory behind you. There we go, and then up, and then come on, try it again. There we go, one more time. You ending up under the springboard really doesn't work out in my favor very much. Get on up there, yes! And then he gets there, and okay, now he's stuck in the fan. That's really not what I wanted. Is he just gonna be there forever? Because he's still moving, so I don't think the level would reset. Oh, until he gets caught up there. Okay, so the fan might be a little low right now, so let's just move it up while he's in it right now, sure. And then there's the height. So then we put another conveyor right up here, and then if he follows the same logic, then yeah, he's scooted back the other way, which could put him right back into the pain machine. Not really what I want right now. I want to add more things. Although I do kind of worry going forward that a lot of this stuff is meant to keep him going to the right and not really back towards the left, but we'll do what we can. So he goes up there, and then he hits that one, and then he hits that one, there we go. And then right back to the beginning. Sorry, buddy. But let's just get a few more conveyors going that way because I kind of want to elevate him a lot more because we have a lot of space to work with here. And we also have 5,000 monies right now because of all the stupid attempts of trying to get him through this whole thing. So let's introduce another hammer to hit him on this conveyor. Excuse me, hit him. And I feel like I might need a failsafe in case he gets past the buzzsaws and bats there because it really is like a 50-50 right now. But the times that he does get through is very nice. Oh yes, that's working as intended. Going back that way, and then back to the fan, and then he scoots over. All the hammers in the way. That's embarrassing. Just move that a little more. There we go. But now he's caught on the other side of it. So you have fun there. Ooh, there's a reset. Probably need to move this higher. Oh, I just sold it. Nice. Move it up here. That should work better. Kind of hitting in a backwards direction, but it's good for right now. But now I'm trying to think about what to put past here. Maybe just another track for him to go up and around again. So that pairs really good with the fan here, but I want him to go higher than that even. So he does make it, and then yep, gets sucked up over there, right back into the hammer. Which, yeah, I do want him to go higher. At least this is a pretty good loop right here for making money. Into the fan, whoop, and away he goes. Until he gets caught and then sent back that way. This is just brutal. So you know, to close off that side, I could probably also put a staircase here. That should be a sort of stopper, so he doesn't fly too far out of there. There he goes, he hits the stairs, yes! And he's back on his way. But we need another elevator thing. So maybe a fan again, but everything is too big for the hammer. At least he almost gets launched by the hammer itself, but that timing is really inconsistent. So I can't really rely on it. I need another conveyor, and there he's stuck between both halves. Whoop, there he goes. So the hammer might not be the right call there, which is a little too bad. At least we have a good little cycle here for making money. He gets stopped by the staircase there, so he stays on the track, and then he gets thrown right into this whole mess, which is really ranking up the score too. I don't even know what the high score is good for, but it's a big number, so yay. So yeah, I do want him to go higher. We probably gotta remove the hammer, but we'll enjoy this as long as it lasts. Although that might be forever. He better hope it's not forever. Whoa, okay, there he gets flung out of the range. All right, so now we can change this up. So hammer sadly needs to go bye-bye, and then he'll end up on top here so we can resume that way. As soon as we get money for more conveyors, these are so expensive. Oh, and there he goes. There he goes, up, and then up again. Yes, so we can make it that far, good. And right back down there. And I really wanna play with these new toys, so we're just gonna let him go through this whole painful ordeal and hopefully get caught here because that makes so much money. You know what, we could honestly fix it so he does get stuck there because I don't want you to move past here as long as I need to make money. Since it also doesn't look like the score plays into how much money we make, which is really too bad. But at least now he's stuck here beautifully. And when he does get stuck, that makes like 200 at a time. So that's kinda slow, but it still works. Like, are these bombs even worth buying? If we set that right here and he blows up, the bombs still get more expensive and we lose frames thanks to how much money there is. So that really didn't seem worth it, which is tragic. I wish the bombs were renewable. So thanks to the success of our money machine right here, we have 14,000 monies right now, which means that now we have access to, ooh, a few things actually. The helicopter, but also this grinder here. Since I want him to keep moving, let's get the helicopter up here. Okay, this thing is huge and it elevates him. Oh, there he goes, he's moving. Come on, yes, up, and then keep going. and then over that way, and then, no, you moved too far! You're back at the beginning! Come on, there, whoa, spaghetti. And you know what, that works. So he goes over, and then up, and then on top of the helicopter. Oh, he hit it! But it didn't really elevate him at all. I thought it would. I would like to see that again if I can. All right, get over to the helicopter, and then over, and then, oh, he gets way too much lift off of this conveyor here. So we should move the helicopter over, and then maybe get a conveyor right here just in case he doesn't get flung that far. Just get up to the helicopter. Oh, and oh, he hit the blades. So they really don't give lift. They just hit, and then he keeps moving. Or they give just a tiny amount of lift. But either way, we can use this to continue the track. So we'll get this guy going right behind it here. And oh, yes, that's working. That's working, yes. So maybe it's time we bring him down, which going through the grinder would absolutely do that. But that costs 15,000 again. So it might be time to bring back this madness. Thankfully, it's only like a few minutes of this routine that he needs to go through. Oh, or he manages to keep going when I don't want him to. Why do you gotta do the opposite of what I want? But at least you're getting caught here too, so that really helps. Earning 400 at a time. If the score is how much money is made, which I think it is. So my money-making trap isn't as effective as last time, but he still is able to make it through the track mostly, with a few exceptions. But now we have enough to add the grinder in here, or the toaster actually. One thing at a time though, I want the grinder here. Oh, and it is huge. So we get spit right down there, and then we can move him onto another conveyor. So many conveyors. Or maybe we can just repurpose this one over here. So after the helicopter, then he goes to the grinder. But that's assuming that he can make it that far because, whoa, that fan I put down is actually way more effective than I thought. And whoa, over, and yes, right into the grinder. That was a beautiful basket there. Unfortunately though, it takes a couple of minutes to make all that money again. And the price of the grinder went up to 30,000. My goodness, that's more expensive than the last thing that we can buy, which is 25,000. Still a lot. I still make a lot of money from this, so I think I'll just leave it where it is and hope that he makes it through on his own. And now we finally have enough money to buy a stupid toaster. So we can get that, wow, that's a big toaster. We can go right at the end of the conveyor here, or should we just push him right onto it from the crusher? I think that could work. I don't know where he ends up afterwards, but we'll see. Up and then through the fan and oh, over to that one. Okay, but also down the wrong way, so reset a little bit. And then, oh, come on, get, yes, up, hit the helicopter, yes, through the crusher, and then into the toaster. Oh, where he gets, whoa, he gets launched up again? Oh my gosh, I just made a loop with the toaster. That was not my intention, but now he spat out that way, which did answer a question I had before about putting a conveyor here, just to make sure that he ends up going through here, because sometimes he overshoots on this fan. So that would actually work really well for that. But then, okay, so the toaster punches him up again, so we probably want the conveyors here anyway, just so we can scoot him out of the way to something else. And there's flamethrowers too. That's what's coming up here. So now when he goes through the crusher, oh, or just skips it, sure, he ends up in the toaster and then that punches him straight up, but that's not very high at all. But that is so much money coming out of there. How is that? How much is that adding to the score? Wow, that is a lot of money. I might just keep him here and he's actually getting higher each time. That is beautiful. Although him getting there isn't exactly the most reliable. He has to go way up and around because sometimes he's on the wrong side. But there he goes. And then oh, he overshot the toaster. Neat. So we should funnel him sort of with more conveyor belts. But now he goes through the crusher, through it, yes. And then he goes on conveyor, which boosts him a little bit, but it still lets him make it. And then he can just party there for a little bit in the toaster. Whoa, that's a major height difference right there. That was super high. Look at how far down the toaster is. Oh my goodness. So where do I want him to end up next? Since he's ideally going up here, I'm not really sure how high he goes either, but we can control that with these conveyors here. So, okay, now we can buy this. And this is huge. So I want it right there. And then make it through there, very good. Into the crusher, beautiful. Into the toaster, yes. And then up, whoa, he actually makes it on top of the thing, and there's spikes up there too. Oh, he almost got crushed there, but that's looking promising. And I think, yeah, just a simple conveyor here should do the trick. I want him to get caught under here on the buzzsaws. Come on, yes. And then get even further, beautiful. You know what, that works. And then hit up the conveyor. Oh, no. Back into the toaster with you, yes. And up and hit it, and yes, going across all the things. Oh, that was beautiful in the most painful way. Just go through as you do, beautiful. This is as intended, this is a feature. And through the crusher, come on, actually get in the toaster this time. There you go. And then up, whoop, he's stuck. Okay, he's not stuck anymore. But now he gets, whoop. Just try this again, into the toaster, and do it again. And then, okay, now we're doing way better on our high score. Look at that. And then, oh, he gets stuck in there. Wow. So now to buy the rest of these things, we just need a combined total of 45,000. Just gotta skip across the fans, and then I guess we make a little money from hitting the fans, so that's cool. But you're also drastically stuck. Get up there. A little bit of a lower one, bigger boost. Whoa, okay, come on. You just gotta go somewhere. You can't stay here forever. Or maybe you can. This is like one of those indoor skydiving facilities where there is no off button. He almost made it there, but he just poops out the other side. Almost there, and yes, finally. 45,000 monies. So we can get both of these final things at the same time. After he goes through that whole ordeal, whoa, a zapper. That should look really good as a finale. Oh, and he's there already. Hi there. Hope you don't mind the lecture, or you're not gonna make it, are you? You're just gonna get stuck. Whoa, there was a little bit of a zap. Well, you probably gotta scoot this closer. I thought this cable would be, you know, have a collision, but I guess it doesn't. There's a whole lot of nothing that happens in here too, so we can find somewhere. Whoa, for the flamethrower! Maybe we can just charbroil him as he goes through the conveyors here. That should look pretty good. So he goes down the stairs, over the buzzsaws, smacked by the hammer a few times, but he still makes it through, over the fans at ludicrous speeds, and then up, through the flamethrower, yes! Charbroiled on the way, spinning lots of money through the crusher. Yes, go down, that's it. And then into the toaster. Get in the toaster, thank you. And then he's gonna bounce there a few times while he builds up height. Woo! Through the crusher. And then zaps at the end, yes! That's so many zaps. Oh, that was beautiful. But the high score was only 895. Well, as far as getting through all the painful methods of making money, we did it. He hits absolutely everything that we put in place. I just really love how this goes through here. The crusher, and then the toaster, and then up through the other crusher and buzzsaw things, and then ending it with zaps. Oh, it's so many in a line. Oh, that's painful. It's just too bad there isn't a burst of money as he hits that floor there. But that is a really good system here. At least it's nice to look at. It's not exactly good for making a bunch of money, but I think we can call it good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's other games like this that you want to see, then make sure to let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and sub to Intern. Oh, the lightning looks like the most painful. And I would like to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, DVONX, Ancient Elixir, Matthew, Hateful Harold, Peggy Sue, Drupalong, Angel, Lily Bites, Miner Within, DeGarrity, Sans, V, Isaac, Killer Squad, Mousy, and Nicholas.